respect for the players, coaches, and officials. By doing so, you will show your positive support for the mission of education-based athletics in Utah. At this time, let's welcome onto the field the two teams that will be competing in today's 2A state championship game. First, the visiting team, Enterprise Wolves. And now the home team, Gunnison Bulldogs. Now let's welcome onto the field the two teams that will be competing in today's 3A state championship game. First, the visiting Union Cougars. And now the home team, Grantsville Cowboys. Let's give these teams a round of applause for their great success. The Utah High School Activities Association would like to recognize the seniors on all teams by having them take a step forward. Would all the seniors please take a step forward? We have no seniors? Join us in congratulating these seniors with a round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, each year the Utah High School Activities Association has sponsored an academic all-state team to recognize those young men and women who have excelled in the classroom as well as on the field. These young women were selected to the 2A Academic All-State Softball team on the basis of their athletic ability and academic proficiency. The Deseret News is joined with the UHSAA as the title sponsor for this prestigious award. Presenting the Academic All-State Award from the title sponsor Les Schwab is John Freeman from the Provost store and Jared Willingham from the Taylorsville store. Representing the UHSAA is Assistant Director Jan Whitaker, and from the Executive Committee, Trevor Powell, the principal from Gunnison High. And now, here are the academic all-staters for the 2A division. From Beaver, Carly Hollingshead. From Beaver, Bailey Hunter. From Gunnison Valley, Emily Brackett. From Milford, Ariel Pine. Also from Millard, Megan Rasmussen. Also from Millard, Tylynn Taylor. From North Sevier, Carly Bennett. From Parowan, Taylor Beaumont. From Paiute, Aspen Jensen. And from Roland Hall, Sydney Rabbit. It might interest you to know that the combined grade point average of the 2A Academic All-State Softball team is at 3.931. Congratulations, ladies. And now the UHSAA and Deseret News would like to announce the young women selected to the 3A Academic All-State Softball Team. From Carbon, Kelly Fawcett. From Emory, Addison Healy. From Manti, Ellie Christensen. From Manti, Maddie Cox. From Manti, Amy Squire. From Richfield, Tony Brown. From South Sevier, Camry Peterson. Also from South Sevier, Brooke Thornock. From South Summit, Cassidy Eiding. And from Summit Academy, Hope Richardson. The combined grade point average of the 3A Academic All-State Softball Team is a mere 3.996. Great job, ladies, and congratulations. And now let's meet the teams, the players, and the coaches for the 2A championship game. First, for the designated visitors, the Enterprise Wolves. Let's meet the team. First, let's meet the reserves. Number 3, Timmery Phelps. Number 5, Kendall Hunt. Number 6, Leah Christiansen. Oh, wait, back this up. The reserves, hold on just a second, sorry. So these should be the reserves. Number 5, Kendall Hunt. Number 6, Leah Christiansen. Number 14, Shalise Flanagan. Number 15, Allie Hunt. Number 22, Sierra Terry. And number 31, Jessica Terry. And now here's the starting lineup for the Enterprise Wolves. Leading off and playing third base will be number 18, Kanji Bundy. Batting second and playing in the circle, number 25, Allie Lobb. Batting in the third spot and playing shortstop, number 20, Kendi Christensen. Batting fourth and playing center field, number 11, Ronnie Robinson. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 13, Elena Ramos. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 21, DeKel Jones. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 3, Timmery Phelps. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 9, Shaylee Reaver. And batting ninth, the right fielder, number 1, Avery Staley. Not batting, but playing behind the plate, number 7, Jessica Chambers. Coaches for the Enterprise Wolves, head coach is Dwayne Wallen, assisted by Katie Jones, Amanda Jones, Doug Truman, and Samantha Toomey. Principal at Enterprise High is Rick Palmer. And now let's meet the home team, Gunnison Valley Bulldogs. First, the reserves, Gracie Christensen, number 9. Number 11, Ryan Christensen. Number 23, Sarah Blackham. Number 23, Madison Simons. Number 28, Caitlin Anderson. Number 29, Bryn Overly. Number 31, Annalyn Christiansen. And number 31, Gracie Moish. And now here's the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. Leading off and playing in the circle, number 44, Emily Brackett. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 24, Taylor Brackett. Batting third and playing second base, number 18, Kesley Wynn. Batting fourth, playing left field, number 12, Macalyn Edwards. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 3, Paige King. Batting sixth and playing behind the plate, number 10, Jada King. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 21, Caitlin Cherry. And batting eighth, the first baseman, number 2, Hallie Biergard. And batting in the ninth spot, the right fielder, number 16, Matty Edwards. Coaches for the Gunnison Valley Bulldogs. The head coach is Tyson Brackett, assisted by Randy Hunt and Brady Jackson. Principal at Gunnison Valley High is Trevor Powell. And now let's meet the teams for the 3A championship game. First, the visiting Union Cougars. The reserves. Number 1, Sephra Moore. Number 8, Brecken Lamb. Number 9, Boston Rasmussen. Number 10, Chloe Hyder. Number 14, LaPecca Latui. And number 21, Addison Martin. And now, here's the starting lineup for the Union Cougars. Leading off and playing center field, number 7, Mar Harks. Batting second, playing second base, number 3, Delcy Lamb. Batting in the third spot and playing shortstop, number 16, Mesa Nelson. Batting in the fourth spot, the first baseman, number 4, Maddie Hadlock. Batting fifth, playing behind the plate, number 13, Mal Bostic. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 2, Brindy Bartlett. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 11, Abby Earl. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 12, Megan Foote. And batting ninth, the third baseman, number 5, Tori Ross. In the circle for the Cougars is number 6, Allie Rook. Head coach for the Union Cougars is Emma Taylor, assisted by Brooklyn Martin and Raylan Parcels. Principal at Union High is Rick Nelson. And now, let's meet the Grantsville Cowboys. First, the reserves. Number 2, Oakley Collings. Number 6, Brooklyn Frischneck. Number 9, Brinley Butler. Number 13, Jalen Delaney. Number 22, Kylie Thomas. Number 24, Mason White. And number 29, Riley Udom. And now here are the starters for the Cowboys. Leading off and playing right field, number 1, Madison Peterson. Batting second and playing center field, number 21, Haley Delaney. Batting third, the designated player, number 5, Kylie Leach. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 17, Addison Smith. Batting fifth and playing behind the plate is number 12, Brianna Hyatt. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 10, Laura Sandberg. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 7, August Cowan. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, number 15, Hannah Butler. And batting in the ninth spot, the second baseman, number 11, Maisie Clark. In the circle for the Cowboys, number 25, Bailey Frischneck. Head coach for the Cowboys is Heidi Taylor, principal at Grantsville High, Jared Small. The umpires for the championship games are Randall Silcox, Bob Cromanhook, and Curtis Call. For the 3A and for the 2A, Joey Wright, Mike Baker, and Cindy Dale. If we missed anybody in the crowd or on the field, we apologize, but I think it's time to get to it. Ladies, let's play softball.
And good afternoon and welcome to the 2A state championship softball game between the Gunnison Lady Bulldogs, the designated home team, against the Enterprise Lady Wolves. These two teams met earlier in the tournament with the Bulldogs winning 5-3. And of course, this is a fantastic opportunity for the Gunnison Lady Bulldogs. Mike Trainer, Rhett Jackson with you on Centricom Channel 10 as the Bulldogs looking for a state title in softball. And we'll go to the history books and Rhett Jackson's mind on this one. When is the last time, if ever, that the Lady Bulldogs have won the 2A state softball title?
This would be the first for softball and the first ladies state championship in Gunnison High School in 39 years. So these young ladies are carrying the hopes of a lot of people from Gunnison Valley.
And they're on the winning side of the bracket, so they would have to lose 2 games in a row to lose the state championship. And they're taking on a team that battled them very hard back in the first round there.
Yeah, that quarterfinal game yesterday afternoon, that was a nail-biter. The Lady Bulldogs did just enough to hang on and win that. Both teams kind of pitched themselves into jams and then pitched themselves out of jams with some good defense in the field. But the Lady Bulldogs pushed across a insurance run in the top of the 7th, and then Emily Brackett closed the door to seal the deal. But it's kind of interesting how the bracketing worked, is that you had two region champs who met in a quarterfinal. So I think it's just justice. These have been the 2 best teams in 2A all year long, and now they're playing for all the marbles.
Enterprise Wolves, our first batter, plays third base, number 18.
Emily Brackett will be the pitcher for the Gunnison Lady Bulldogs. Let's go through our starting lineups. We'll send that over to Rhett Jackson.
Well, you're going to have leading off here for Enterprise, is a familiar lineup, Kanji Bundy.
All right, well, they're starting right now, so we'll get right to the action here. We thought we had a little time, but right now it's Bundy in there. There's the first pitch over for Emily Brackett in the first inning here. We appreciate our sponsors, Intermountain Power Service Corporation, National Vinyl Products, as that pitch was a ball. Those are our gold sponsors. We'll talk about our silver sponsors in a moment. Kanji Bundy steps in, the right-handed batter, holds her hand up for timeout until she's set. Emily Brackett from the circle, wheels and deals, high for ball 2.
This is a little bit of what happened in the first inning yesterday. And the Lady Wolves actually got bases loaded, nobody out in the top of the first, but were only able to push 1 run across. Brackett down 2-0 here in the count.
Kanji Bundy waiting for the pitch, swing and a ground ball foul, third base side, strike 1.
Kanji Bundy also plays a solid third base for the Lady Wolves. 2 teams that are very young but talented, and so these 2 teams are going to get to know each other much better over the next 2 or 3 years.
In the circle is Emily Brackett, wheels and fires again inside for a ball. That's 3 balls and 1 strike. Playing the field, it's Emily Brackett pitching. Playing catcher is Jada King. First base is Hallie Biergard. And second is Kesley Wynn. At shortstop is Taylor Brackett. Third base is Paige King. We'll get to the outfield after this 3-1 delivery. Swung on, that was drilled to left field. Is it fair? It is fair ball. And rounding first is Bundy for a leadoff single.
Pulled that one right down the third base line and stayed inside the chalk for a solid single for Kanji Bundy.
Matty Edwards, the left fielder, went and played that ball. Got it back in. Then you have the center fielder, Caitlin Cherry, and the right fielder, Matty Edwards. Up for the Enterprise Lady Wolves is Allie Lobb, the pitcher. With a runner at first, here's the first delivery from Brackett. That is over for strike 1.
Allie Lobb, a fantastic sophomore. She did a lot of pitching for this team last year as a freshman. Seasoned, even though she's just a 10th grader.
Kendi Christensen bats third, playing shortstop, and batting fourth, Ronnie Robinson playing center field. There's a shot into the fence, first base side, foul territory. Strike 2.
So Emily Brackett now, she's ahead in the count here, 0-2. A couple of pitches to work with. See if she can get Lobb to chase a bad one.
Gunnison Lady Bulldogs in this state championship game in Class 2A here on Centricom Channel 10. Here's the pitch. That is high for a ball. Trying to get her to chase.
Yep. Showed her a little cheese and see if she'd nibble. But Lobb, being experienced, laid off.
So nobody out. Runner at first base is Kanji Bundy. She led off with a single to left field. Allie Lobb looks at the delivery for Brackett. She smacks one. That's going to bounce just foul over the first baseman's head. The outstretched glove right there of the Lady Bulldogs, Hallie Biergard.
Else you'll be ticketed. If you're not parking a legal parking
clockwise
place,
spin that just kept
you will be
causing a tail motion, and it flared foul.
Set to go is Emily Brackett in the circle. Runner at first, nobody out for Enterprise. Here's the delivery. Swing and a shot to center field. Oh, what a catch by the shortstop. Back to first for the double out.
Wow.
Oh, what a play by the Lady Bulldogs. Taylor Brackett makes the catch and then fires back to first to double off Kanji Bundy, and making the squeeze was Hallie Biergard.
Well, Emily Brackett forced a little flare. Her younger sister right there backing her up. Beautiful pivot. Accurate throw. Double play. Taylor Brackett.
So a double play to start off this first inning just when you thought Enterprise was going to get something going with the leadoff runner on.
Exactly, but erased by fantastic defense.
So now up to bat is Kendi Christensen, the shortstop. There's the pitch. Brackett outside for ball one. Lady Bulldog battery consists of Emily Brackett, the pitcher, and Jada King, the catcher. Paige King playing third base. Here's the pitch from Brackett. That one's down the pipe, just a bit low for a ball.
Like you said, it was right in the parameters of the plate, but probably below the knees there.
Now Emily Brackett in the circle, windmill motion, and fires. Swing and a miss for strike one.
That pitch had a little giddy up and a little rise to it, and strike one.
So the Lady Bulldogs looking to go into the bottom half of the first with no score. There's the pitch. That one is high for a ball.
Looked like Emily tried to back that fastball up with a changeup, and it just rose a little too high.
So 3 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Here's the pitch to Kendi Christensen of the Enterprise Lady Wolves. Swing and a miss for a strike. Brackett got her right down the middle.
Now that was just, here I come, challenge you with a fastball.
So now 1 strike to end the inning here for Emily Brackett as she looks at her wrist, steps on the rubber, and from the circle, wheels and deals, swing and a pop-up. Coming in is the first baseman, Hallie Biergard, but it hits the fence before she's able to get to it and falls harmlessly to the ground for a foul ball.
Game effort there by Hallie Biergard, but just ran out of room.
Red Jackson may have jumped into the fence high and caught it and ran into the fence.
Yeah, I doubt that.
The old Jackson days of playing, are those over?
Yeah.
Here's the pitch, swung on. That one is drilled a line shot, but foul down the right field line. Boy, a lot of giddy up off the bat there of Kendi Christensen.
Really jumped off the bat, trying to go oppo, but here again, just kept tailing foul.
So Emily Brackett trying to get Kendi Christensen for the 3rd out of the inning. 2 down, 3-2 pitch coming with no score. Swing and a miss for a strikeout.
Pitch.
What a great job by Emily Brackett. So after 1 inning of play, an unorthodox 1-2-3 inning for Enterprise. And coming up, the Gunnison Bulldogs, Emily Brackett, Taylor Brackett, Kesley Wynn, when we come back to Centricom Channel 10's coverage of the 2A State Championship game. We'll be back right after this.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Azomite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azomite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azomite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azomite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports Juab High School athletics.
Welcome back to our coverage on Centricom Channel 10, Local 10.tv, the 2A State Championship game between the Gunnison Bulldogs, undefeated in the tournament, and the Enterprise Lady Wolves, who lost already once in this tournament, and at the hands of the Gunnison Bulldogs 5-3 in the quarterfinals. And, of course, the Gunnison Bulldogs coming up to bat here with Emily Brackett, Taylor Brackett, Kesley Wynn in the bottom half of the first. What can you tell us about this lineup, Brett?
They're very patient, Mike. You're going to see the Lady Bulldogs take a lot of pitches. For the most part, they're very relaxed, taking counts deep into hitting counts, and they're going to make Allie Lobb work. So they're a patient hitting club, and you won't see them do a lot of first pitch swings.
Lady Bulldogs in search of their first state title ever in softball, and only their second girls title in 38 years, you said?
39.
39. Squaring around to bunt is Emily Brackett. Pulls it back, and there's the first pitch by Allie Lobb. That's low for ball one.
There again, these Lady Bulldogs generally are patient, and they'll make the pitcher bring one to them. And they do have speed and power.
Here's the pitch from Lobb. That's going to be over for a strike on the inside part of the plate. Shaylee Reber playing first for the Enterprise Lady Wolves, playing second, DeKel Jones. Shortstop is Kenny Christensen. Third base is Kanji Bundy. Pitching is Allie Lobb in the circle. Rocks and fires the 1-1 delivery to Brackett. Swing and a pop up to the infield. Calling it is the pitcher, Allie Lobb comes in and makes the catch.
That ball had some nice late movement on it to get to the outside half of the plate and caused Emily to hit it out on the end of the bat for the harmless put out.
Shortstop, number 24, Taylor Brackett.
Taylor Brackett up to bat. She plays shortstop. Kesley Wynn on deck. In the hole is Michaela Edwards if the Bulldogs get to her. The left-handed hitter, Brackett, is up.
Likes to really slap it and go opposite field.
Here's the pitch from Lobb. Slaps it, but slaps it foul out of play, third base side.
Of course, Taylor Brackett has the play of the game so far with that double play, unassisted. Caught the fly ball and then threw to first to double up Lobb in the top half of the first.
Ready to go in the box. Here's the pitch, and that's low and outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Taylor Brackett. Back into the box is Brackett, the left-handed batter. Looks at the Allie Lobb delivery as she windmill motion fires, and that one is low for a ball.
Here again, this is kind of the modus operandi of the Lady Bulldogs. They take a lot of pitches, and then they wait for the one they like.
Ready to go is Allie Lobb in the circle. Fires high and inside for a ball. Ducking her head back out of the way was Taylor Brackett. What pitchers don't like those moving batters in the left-hand box coming towards them.
Yeah, it's kind of gets into their eye, messes with their eye level as well. They want to concentrate on that glove.
Here's the pitch, the 3-1 delivery. Ball 4, Taylor Brackett draws a walk.
So some more of that patience in the batter's box, and gets a base runner. 1 out, 1 on for Kesley Wynn.
Now batting, playing second base, number 18, Kesley Wynn.
Kesley Wynn will come out to the plate from the right side with a runner on first and 1 out. No score in this. Bottom of the first of this state championship game between the Gunnison Bulldogs and Enterprise Lady Wolves here on Centricom Channel 10. Here's the pitch from Allie Lobb. High for a ball. Brackett takes the lead and then heads back to first. We appreciate the coverage of Centricom Channel 10. Barrett Hilton, Taylor Thompson running our production, and Brett Jackson and myself, Mike Traina, on the play-by-play. Here's the pitch by Allie Lobb. The 1-0 delivery on the way, and that is low for a ball to Kesley Wynn.
Allie Lobb's got to be sharp throughout these 7 innings because otherwise these Lady Bulldogs will draw a lot of baseball balls.
At first base is Taylor Brackett. There's the pitch, gets away, and Brackett's going to take second. Now a runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs with only 1 out in the bottom of the first.
And that should be a 3-0 count now. I'd be shocked if Kesley Wynn has the green light here. I think she'll be taking all the way.
So Wynn stretches out in the batter's box, steps in. With a runner at second, Taylor Brackett. Allie Lobb, 3-0 delivery coming on the way. That is low for ball 4. A walk issued. Back-to-back walks by Allie Lobb.
So here again, the keen eye and the patience in the batter's box by the Lady Bulldogs, manufacturing a couple of base runners here.
Michaela Edwards.
Cleanup hitter Michaela Edwards.
Here's Allie Lobb in the circle. Right-handed hitter comes in, Michaela Edwards. Michaela playing left field, runners at first and second. Here's the delivery on the way. That is over for a strike.
Nice pitch to catch the outside corner.
Now back to first and second, the Bulldog runners. At the plate is McKaylin Edwards. Here's the pitch. That one gets away from Allie Lobb, and the catcher, and the runners advance to second and third.
So these 2 base on balls and then a couple of pass balls, and now 2 runners in scoring position for the Lady Bulldogs with just 1 out. So anything on the ground to the right side, Mike, or anything in the air should score a run.
Ready to go is Allie Lobb. Walk 2. Now here's the pitch. That one is over for a strike. Being patient with 1 strike. Now there's 2 strikes on Kesley Wynn, but she's waiting, or McKaylin Edwards, she's waiting for that pitch that she can drive.
Yeah, yep. Looking for one she likes. Now she has to be a little more defensive.
1 out, runners at second and third for the Bulldogs. Bottom of the first. Here's the pitch to Edwards. Swing and a shot to right field. That's going to go foul, but she had a nice shot down the line, but it goes out of play.
Well, you can see exactly what's on her mind is hit that ball opposite, get behind the runners.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Gunnison Bulldogs threatening with runners at second and third. At third, Taylor Brackett. At second is Kesley Wynn. Both drawing walks. Here's the pitch, swung on. That one is rocketed on the ground, third base side foul.
So here again, lots of pitches out of Allie Lobb. You just wonder if fatigue comes into play.
She's been pitching a lot.
She has. She's done a lot of games here over Friday and Saturday now.
Well, and Taylor Brackett, of course, they've been on the winner's side, so they haven't pitched as many games, but she's the workhorse for the Bulldogs. They do have some backups, some relief pitchers. There's a swing and a pop-up. Does that get out of play? Yes, it does. Just gets out of play. And that'll be back to the batter's box for
This is such
Edwards.
A big at-bat right here, both for the Lady Wolves and the Lady Bulldogs. Any type of contact, especially if it's to the right side, should be an RBI. If Lobb can get an out, it sure increases the Lady Wolves' chances of getting out of this inning without too much damage. So a big at-bat here. Just what a state championship game should look like.
Here's the pitch from Allie Lobb. 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A strikeout. Much needed strikeout.
Yeah, and that one came right down the plate.
So 2 outs in the inning for the Gunnison Lady Bulldogs. That'll bring up Paige King, the third baseman.
Third base, number 3,
Paige has had a pretty good bat throughout this tournament. 2 RBI opportunity here.
But there are 2 outs. Sacrifice fly is out. Here's the pitch from Allie Lobb, and that one's low and outside. Oh, caught the corner at the knees for a strike.
So one thing about calling the games from up here, you can't hear the verbiage of the umpire. You have to wait for the hand gesture, and it sometimes fools you.
Here's the pitch from Allie Lobb of Enterprise. Swing and a shot down the left field line, but foul. Nice little line drive, but well out in front of that one was the Bulldogs' Paige King.
Yeah, it looked like Allie Lobb tried to come inside, and Paige got a round on it pretty quick.
We appreciate our gold sponsors, Intermountain Power Service Corporation and National Vinyl Products, bringing you this 2A state championship game. No score here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs for Gunnison, runners at second and third. There's a pitch, swung on, ground ball, base hit
through.
Up the middle. 1 run will score. And the Bulldogs are up 2-0. Is also coming in to score is Kesley Wynn. And Gunnison leads 2-0.
Sorry, Mike, I was going to say, you knew that anything on the ground, both the girls would be running on with 2 outs, and it just got by the second baseman and into the alley between right field and center field. A big 2 RBI for Paige King.
So the Bulldogs lead by a score of 2-0 on that base hit up the middle by Paige King. Jada King now up, the catcher for the Gunnison Lady Bulldogs.
See if Jada can get her cousin over with a base hit.
Here's the pitch on the way from Allie Lobb. That is over for a strike right down the pipe. 2-0 Bulldogs lead with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. A 2-out rally as Paige King rips a single up the middle, scores 2. And now up is Jada King. Here's the 0-1 delivery for King. Swing and a pop-up. That's going to go back for the shortstop, and she sails back and makes the catch, does Kendi Christensen. The Bulldogs do the damage in the inning, though. They get 2 walks, and then the big hit. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors. And the Bulldogs go to the field as they lead 2-0 over Enterprise. For the Wolves, Ronnie Robinson, Elena Ramos, and DeKel Jones will bat when we come back on Centricom Channel 10.
High-speed Wi-Fi, Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. Centricom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. Streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
We're back once again at the 2A State Championships here in Spanish Fork, Utah. Beautiful day for high school softball at the Spanish Fork Softball Complex. Gunnison Lady Bulldogs lead after one full inning of play, 2-0 over the Enterprise Wolves. The 3A State Championship going on at the same time here between Grantsville and Union.
Well, when you're a pitcher and you've been staked out to a 2-run lead, it's really important to shut the door the next inning.
There's a first pitch swing and a lifted fly ball to right field. Madison Edwards comes in, misplays the ball on an error. The throw comes in, and it's going to be to second base for the runners. So a leadoff hit. Well, you won't call it a hit. It's an error. Ronnie Robinson gets to second.
That Madison Edwards looks like she got over in time, but it just ball was just right on the end of her glove and not able to squeeze it home.
Wondering if the sun had something to do with that, as she seemed to lose it for just a bit. So nobody out. Runner at second is Ronnie Robinson.
Rare mistake for this fine fielding team.
Here's the pitch from Brackett. The bunt is fouled back into the dirt by Elena Ramos.
Interesting situation there, you'd think, with the runner at second. Not generally what you'd think of a sacrifice situation, but maybe she was thinking she could bunt for a hit.
2-0 Bulldogs lead. Tying run at the plate here in the top of the second inning. Gunnison leading. Here's the pitch. That one's popped up, fielded there, and it's going to be a base hit on a bunt. Great job by Ramos.
Just found no man's land where the third baseman had a long way to run, the pitcher had a long way to run, and just like that, 2 runners on for Enterprise.
Runners at first and second with nobody out for the Enterprise Lady Wolves. Down 2-0 in this state championship game here in the top of the second. That'll bring up for the Wolves DeKel Jones, the second baseman, on deck. Tamori Phelps. Here's the pitch from Brackett. That's going to be outside corner, called strike, as pulling back the bunt was DeKel Jones. Now this is a spot you'd expect a bunt to advance the runners.
Now this is a prime sacrifice situation, but DeKel looked like she was looking to swing.
Runners at first and second, nobody out. Brackett in a jam. There's the pitch. The bunt is fouled back by the Enterprise Lady Wolves. Nice inside pitch for that bunt try.
Now, here again, here's a coaching decision that needs to be made, because if you bunt with 2 strikes and it's a foul ball, then it's an out. So, interesting decision here. Do you trust DeKel, or do you have her swing away?
Emily Brackett in the circle. Steps up. Ready to go. There's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time for the out. And the runners advance to first and second and third.
So move the runners over. Good play by Paige King. Get the runner at first. Get the out. Now put the pressure here on the batter. Looks like number 3 there.
Tamori Phelps.
Tamori Phelps.
The designated player batting for Jessica Chambers, the catcher. Runners at second and third. Ronnie Robinson at third. Elena Ramos at second. Here's the pitch, and that one is over for a strike call from Emily Brackett.
Brackett hoping to fulfill her career with a championship, and then she's off to Hays City Community College in Hays, Kansas to play softball this next year. Like nothing better to top her high school career off as a champion.
Here's the pitch. That one is going to be in there for a ball. Thrown down at
third.
They got her.
In
time and picked off at third base is going to be Ronnie Robinson. What a gun from Jada King.
The snap throw from Jada King. And, of course, the third base coach from Enterprise doesn't like it, but Now they're going to talk it over, but the third base umpire was pretty emphatic. I don't think there's anything there to overturn it.
Well, we had 2 overturned calls in the earlier game between Manti and one of the other teams they were playing. I think it was Carbon. 2 calls by the field umpire were reversed by the home plate umpire. Both were out calls and then called as safe by the home plate umpire. So we'll see what happens here as they talk about it.
Oh,
and they call her safe. So back to the bag will go the runner. So no pickoff for Paige King. It was close. I thought she may have gotten back, but.
Well, it's interesting. The closest set of eyes was the third base umpire, but.
And now we're having a discussion here between Coach Brackett, I believe, and the home plate umpire, wondering how that call can be overturned. So 2-0 our score. The Gunnison Bulldogs leading in this state championship game over Enterprise. Runners at second and third. It looked like Ronnie Robinson was just picked off a third by a throw by Jada King, but the call was reversed, and now Tamori Phelps has a chance to tie the game with a single. The left-handed hitter does.
Now Coach Tyson Brackett of the Lady Bulldogs, he wants some clarification. I can't say as I blame him.
Game over here between the 3A Grantsville Cowboys and Union Cougars.
0-0 in the second.
So Taylor Brackett pitching for the Gunnison Bulldogs in a bit of a jam here as she's had her team with an error in right field and then a single hit by Elena Ramos. And then a ground ball sacrifices them over to second and third. So golden opportunity for the Enterprise Wolves if the call remains overturned. As Coach Brackett is still trying to get an explanation. You know, it's very tough to have calls reversed. It's a good thing that the umpires get together and talk about it. You like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, the most important thing is trying to get it right. It's just interesting when you know, the second base umpire, he's 75 feet away, the home base is 60 feet away, and the third base umpire who made the call is 3 or 4 feet away, and that's her job, the snap throw.
You ever look up at the stars and wonder?
Drives coaches a little bit crazy.
Well, again, we appreciate coverage on Centricom Channel 10, Local10.tv, our silver sponsors, Carl's Jr., Centricom Channel 10, Beaver Medical Clinic. Safe at third, no pickoff. Emily Brackett now with 1 out on the Wolves and runners at second and third trying to get out of a jam here. Here's the delivery, swing, and a foul ball. What a way to jam her on that pitch.
So that makes it a 1-2 count here.
Emily Brackett could use a strikeout here.
Kind of like Allie Lobb was able to get one last inning, a big strikeout. See if Emily Brackett came up with one. Look for something along the outside half of the plate, I would think.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing and miss for the strikeout. The ball's in the dirt. It was caught by the catcher. So there was no chance for her to run down to first. She thought it was bobbled and dropped. Now the first base coach is coming to argue. And will this call be overturned? And they do overturn that one.
Wow.
Paige King.
Holy smokes.
Well, Paige King had all the time in the world to make the throw to first base, and she chose not to.
And it just makes you wonder if she felt like she caught it cleanly.
And now an umpire that was, again, King had thought Jada King had thought she bobbled the ball. She would have thrown the ball.
It first, absolutely. She's an experienced player. She's been playing that position since she was in elementary school.
No matter what
that would load the bases for the Enterprise Wolves. So 2 calls here in the bottom of the top of the second inning have gone against Gunnison and have loaded the bases for the Enterprise Wolves. One was a pickoff throw from Jada King to third base. Paige made the tag. They called her out. They overturned it. Now a strikeout was called on the pitch from Emily Brackett to Tamori Phelps. And they ruled now that Jada King dropped or bobbled the ball and didn't throw down to first for the out, and now they call her safe at first.
Well, in order to win a championship, you got to overcome some adversity. Bags are full.
Bases loaded for the Lady Wolves on 2 calls going against the Bulldogs. Here's the pitch from Emily Brackett. She reels and fires, and that one is outside for a ball. And that's tough for Emily Brackett. She had the strikeout for 2 outs, and now the bases are jammed with 1 out. We'll see if she can fight through this in this 2A state championship game. Brackett wants to work quick, looks at her wrist, rocks and fires, swing and a shot out. Paige King with a line drive catch for the 2nd out.
So Paige King coming up big with 2 RBIs, single, the first time up to bat, and then snagging that line drive for a huge out.
Shaylee Reber hits the line drive right into Paige King's glove. And now 2 outs, bases loaded for the Enterprise Wolves, and Avery Staley is up. Emily Brackett, the number 9 hitter, up swing and a slicing ball into the screen, first base side for foul ball 1 and strike 1.
Huge out there. Now the defense can get back to regular order. Any bag in the inning.
A base hit could tie the game here for the Enterprise Wolves. Avery Staley looks at the pitch from Emily Brackett. She pops it up. First base side well out of play into the crowd.
And you're exactly right. The flip side of that coin is a base hit. A single ties the game. Any type of an extra base hit gives Enterprise the lead.
Avery Staley, the number 9 hitter, playing the number 9 position, which is right field. On deck is Kanji Bundy.
Such is the beauty of softball and baseball.
Emily Brackett in the circle. Windmill motion, fires. Swing and a miss for a strikeout. The Bulldogs out of the inning with Emily Brackett getting the last 2 batters.
Overcoming adversity, keeping your composure, executing under pressure. Lady Bulldogs out of the top half of the 2nd.
The Bulldogs lead 2-0 over the Enterprise Wolves here in the top of the 2nd. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. Bulldogs will have up Caitlin Cherry, Allie Rook, and Matty Edwards when we come back on Centricom Channel 10.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Doctors B. Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Reagan Fales, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioners Robin Horton, Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hollingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Coming to the Juab County Fairgrounds this August is country group Restless Heart in concert. Get tickets now at juabcountyfair.com. Get advance tickets now for Restless Heart in concert at the Juab County Fairgrounds at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, August 9th. Floor seating is just $30. Reserve seating $20. Get your tickets now at juabcountyfair.com. Don't miss Restless Heart in concert August 9th in Nephi, Utah. Get tickets at juabcountyfair.com.
Yeah. Welcome back once again. Mike Trainer, Rhett Jackson on the play-by-play. Barrett Hilton, our producer, and our cameraman. Of course, Taylor Thompson doing a fantastic job on the scenes of the game as the Enterprise Wolves have the bases loaded, unable to score with 1 out as the Bulldog defense, Rhett, comes through big.
Yeah, the big catch by Paige King on that line drive right at her at third base, and then the big strikeout by Emily Brackett. And the Lady Bulldogs survive that adversity, and now they've got a chance to add to this lead.
Caitlin Cherry, the center fielder, will lead it off. On deck is Allie Rook, the first baseman, and Matty Edwards, the right fielder, will come up third in this inning. And back to the top of the order with Emily Brackett.
Isn't it amazing? You know, you hear so much about how important 2-out hits are. And Gunnison was able to come up with theirs with Paige King earlier in the game. Enterprise not able to in that last half.
Allie Lobb in the circle for the Enterprise Lady Wolves. Gave up 2 runs in the first inning, facing the next batter, swinging a foul ball by Caitlin Cherry. Very rare first pitch swinging you'll see from the Bulldogs.
That is. It's they, like I say, we talked about that earlier. They like to take pitches. Sophomore, Caitlin Cherry, center fielder.
Here's the pitch from Allie Lobb. She rocks and fires, and that one is on the outside corner for strike 2.
Nice job of framing that pitch there by Chambers, I believe.
The 0-2 delivery from Allie Lobb of Enterprise. Her team down 2-0. Here's the pitch to Cherry. That is on the corner, looking strike 3. So swinging early and then taking 2 strikes and going down with a K is Caitlin Cherry.
Wow, those back-to-back pitches right on the corner. Well framed by Jessica Chambers. And a big strikeout for Allie Lobb.
Stepping into the box now with 1 out is Hallie Biergard. Hallie, the right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch from Allie Lobb. Swing and a shot to center field, a high lifted ball. This one has a chance. Home run! Hallie Biergard!
Wow. Hallie Biergard flexing some muscles. Straight away center field, it just kept carrying. It looked like it had a lot of backspin, and it just got up into the breeze and just carried. Home run, Hallie Biergard. Wow.
So Biergard jacks it over the center field wall, and the Bulldogs lead 3-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Well, you saw with just the height of that one that it had a chance. As you said, it carried over. And there's not a stiff breeze here. It's a light breeze, if anything.
And it just, you could tell the way it came off the bat, it would have had backspin on it, and it just, that.
Run by Hallie Biergard. The number 8 hitter brings up Matty Edwards of the Bulldogs.
Matty Edwards went straightaway center field yesterday against Allie Lobb for a 2-run home run. So Matty Edwards with some power.
Here's the pitch from Allie Lobb. That one is low for ball 1. I'm not sure if Allie Lobb has any good relief. Last year they had a few pitchers.
Yeah, I think this is Allie Lobb's game.
Here's the pitch from Lobb. Swing and a shot to right field. This one's lifted up, should be playable. Coming in the right fielder and making the catch is the right fielder, Avery Staley.
Matty Edwards a little frustrated. No, she just barely missed that ball.
That'll bring up the top of the order with Emily Brackett, who's 0 for 1, popped out to the pitcher, her first time up.
See if the Lady Bulldogs can get a 2-out rally here.
3-0 Bulldogs lead. Home run to lead off this inning, or actually second batter of the inning. Hallie Biergard first pitch to Brackett, ball 1. Caitlin Cherry started off the inning with a strikeout, and then Hallie Biergard lifts a high fly ball to center field for the home run. Emily Brackett with 2 outs in the box, squares around to bunt. We'll bring it back, and that one's low for ball 2.
And here again, you don't worry so much about pitch counts when it comes to softball because of the throwing motion, but Allie Lobb the pitching is adding up.
Well, it's more mental adding up than anything.
I think you're right.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Emily Brackett. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Maybe even got a piece of that.
I think she got a piece of it by the way that ball was spinning.
Bulldogs 3, Wolves nothing. Wolves had an opportunity with the bases loaded and 1 out in the top of the second inning. The Bulldogs get out of the jam. Brackett squares around to bunt. The 2-1 delivery from Lobb. Ground ball to the catcher for ball 3.
That one only went about 20 feet, Mike.
Well, if that ball just slips out of the hand wrong as you're trying to throw something, it'll hit the ground. You've seen that in this tournament all tournament long.
Yeah, she must have just lost her grip.
Here's the 3-1 pitch to Emily Brackett. Squares around to show the bunt. Now pulls it back, and that one's on the outside corner for strike 2.
Full count situation.
Our gold sponsors are Intermountain Power Service Corporation and National Vinyl Products on our broadcast here on Centricom Channel 10. Allie Lobb with the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs to Emily Brackett. Here's the pitch. Brackett swings and drives one down the left field line. That is foul.
Oh, man. We were just shielded out. That wouldn't have been foul by much. That would have been most likely extra bases because Emily Brackett can really move. She can motor.
3-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Gunnison up 3-0 right now. Not a big lead on a highly prolific offense team. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a shot. This one's to deep left field. This one has a chance to go. It is gone!
Oh,
a home run by Emily Brackett.
Lady Bulldogs flexing the muscle, getting all swole here at Spanish Fork. Couple of home runs here in the bottom of the second.
Emily Brackett jacks one to left field, just out of the reach of the left fielder at the fence as it goes over for a home run.
Well, we've mentioned how patient these hitters are generally. They really are comfortable deep into pitch counts, hitting counts, and forced one right down the middle on a 3-2 pitch.
Looks at her wrist, steps back into the circle. And here's the delivery from Allie. Low for ball one. Boy, if the Enterprise Wolves wanted to get on top of this game, they needed Allie Lobb to be on her game in the first couple innings. She's given up 4 runs and 2 home runs.
Yeah, and several walks.
Here's the pitch from Lobb. Taylor Brackett watches the ball slip out of her hands back towards second base, and that's a no pitch, or is that a ball? Should be a ball, I guess.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah, she threw it. The ball went all the way back to second base as it slipped out of her hands as she went back. And boy, Allie Lobb's struggling right now, and there's a timeout.
I've never seen that before.
We'll take a quick break and be back right after this.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with a subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
And when the game is over,
we're back once again here on Centricom Channel 10, Local 10.tv. The Gunnison Bulldogs lead 4-0 over the Enterprise Wolves in this state championship 2A game here at the Spanish Fork Softball Complex. 4-0 Bulldogs lead. Here's the 2-out, 2-0 pitch. Swing and a slap shot going to left field, and that is a great defensive play. No, it pops out of the left fielder's glove and safe at first. We're going to call that a base hit for Taylor Brackett because that was a phenomenal try by Elena Ramos.
Yeah, Elena played it as good as she could as possible. It just hit the ground, so there's not really an error on her. You know, just laws of physics forced that out of her glove. So they played it perfectly. It's just a step and a half sooner in, or she'd have made the play, but Brackett with a single.
Base hit for Taylor Brackett. Here's the delivery to the next batter for the Bulldogs, Kesley Wynn, and that's in for a strike from Allie Lobb. What do you say about the 2-out rally for the Bulldogs?
Yeah, almost all, let's see, 3 of their 4 runs are with 2 outs.
Here's the pitch coming in from Allie Lobb of Enterprise. That is on the outside corner for a called strike. Must have caught the top front corner because that ball ended up being way outside in the back.
I guess when it first crossed the plate, it caught the corner.
So Kesley Wynn cocks her bat ready to go. The 0-2 delivery from Allie Lobb with a runner at first and 2 down. Allie Lobb, windmill motion in the circle and fires. Low for a ball.
Taylor Brackett would like nothing better than to find a way to get down to second base and get into scoring position for Kesley Wynn.
Not sure if she's going to try to test the arm of Jessica Chambers or not. Ready to go is the pitcher. Lobb fires it in, swung on. That's a line shot right to the second baseman. Nabbed there by DeKel Jones for the final out. But the Bulldogs come up with 2 more runs. A home run by Emily Brackett, and of course, a home run by Hallie Biergard. And the Bulldogs lead 4-0. Coming up in the top half of the third for the Enterprise Wolves, Kanji Bundy, Allie Lobb, and Kendi Christensen when we come back to Centricom Channel 10's coverage of the 2A State Softball Championship.
The trail is calling. Every turn, hill, and fallen log is screaming your name. And you're ready because you have the right type of power and agility to answer the call. Introducing the Honda Pioneer 1000 with best-in-class 999cc engine and the industry's only 6-speed fully automatic dual-clutch transmission. Check out the Honda Pioneer 1000 at Garrett Honda, 563 North Main in Nephi. Garrett Honda, our family is serving your family for over 50 years.
Nephi Federal Credit Union in Nephi offers convenient service and a variety of financial services. They're your hometown credit union that's been serving local residents for over 63 years, longer than any other financial institution in Nephi. The staff invites you to check out their incredible rates on a variety of loans and savings accounts. Nephi Federal Credit Union, 155 North Main in Nephi. Call 623-1895. That's 623-1895. Nephi Federal Credit Union, proud supporter of the Wasps this season.
First pitch hit to the shortstop and played there by Taylor Brackett. The throw to first, grabbed by Harley Biergard, and they get the first batter of the inning out. And that, of course, was number 18, Kanji Bundy.
Taylor Brackett has a great glove and just plays that shortstop position really slick, and then made a nice strong throw for the first out.
That'll bring up Allie Lobb of the Enterprise Wolves. Wolves down 4-0 here in the top of the third inning. There's a ground ball to the second baseman, fielded there and thrown to first for the out as Kesley Wynn rifles it over to Hallie Biergard.
Kesley Wynn just was patient, let that ball come right to her, took a hop right into her mitt. Nice pivot. It's 2 down. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Can't beat that if you're Emily Brackett.
Well, Enterprise just trying to mix it up to get something going against Emily. They've tried to be patient. It hasn't worked. Now they're trying to hit the first pitch.
Yeah, that definitely probably part of their strategy.
Here's the pitch from Emily Brackett from the circle. Delivers, swing, and a line shot up the middle for a base hit. First pitch swinging was Allie Lobb, and she has a single. Or Kenny Christensen, excuse me.
The Lady Wolves, they've been first pitch swinging all 3 batters here.
And that may change up Emily Brackett's pitch selection here.
Number 11, Ronnie Robinson.
So Ronnie Robinson comes in after a 2-out single by Kendi Christensen. Ronnie is the number 4 hitter playing center field. She reached on an error by the right fielder back in the second inning. There's a first pitch swing, back into the screen on a foul ball. Bulldogs 4, Enterprise Wolves nothing. Here in the top of the third inning, the Bulldogs have had 2 home runs hit in the second inning. One by Emily Brackett, one by Hallie Biergard. And a 2 RBI single by Paige King in the first inning. There's a swing and a miss on a nice pitch by Emily Brackett.
Yeah, just nice and tight spin right at that kneecap, and just made it so it looked like Ronnie Robinson had a hard time getting down to catch it.
Gunnison Bulldogs seeking their first ever state title in softball. Here in the championship game. Swing and a line shot is going to be caught by Kesley Wynn as she goes back to mix the catch on the line drive. And the Bulldogs are out of the inning.
Well, that's what pitching and defense will do for you.
4-0. Bulldogs will go to the bottom half of the third. Up next will be Michaela Edwards, Paige King, and Jada King when we come back here on Centricom Channel 10.
National Vinyl Products of Nephi has been a part of Juab County since 2004. The management and staff take pride in supporting the students of Juab High School in the game and in the classroom. The company manufactures high-quality vinyl fencing for a host of uses around the state. If you're 18 years of age and would like to join the workforce at National Vinyl Products in Nephi, please send an email to jobs@nvpfence.com. That's jobs@nvpfence.com. The entire staff and crew at National Vinyl Products wish the Wasps the best of luck this season.
Our team works hard to shape the quality of life wherever we live and work. These values allow our team to be the go-to source for rural entities.
For integrity, honesty, and technical expertise, think of Jones & DeMille Engineering. With offices in Richfield, Roosevelt, Price, and Manti. Visit jonesandemille.com or find them on Facebook. Since 1982, Jones & DeMille Engineering, your infrastructure professionals.
We're back once again here on Centricom Channel 10, Local10.tv, coverage of the 2A State Softball Tournament. It's the championship game featuring the Gunnison Bulldogs and the Enterprise Lady Wolves. Enterprise has a plethora of state titles under their belt. They're in the one-loss bracket playing in this championship game. On the winner's side, the Gunnison Bulldogs in this championship bracket. They have to lose twice to lose this championship, but right now, Rhett, they are 4-0 ahead of the Enterprise Wolves and playing well.
Yeah, there you are. They're playing well. That's the key phrase there. They got out of that bases loaded jam in the bottom of the top of the second, and they just have kind of hit their comfort zone and kind of hit their stride. couple of more runs here, and they could really start to put a ton of pressure on Enterprise. Not that there is any pressure now, but you could push this out to 5, 6, or 7. And then the Lady Wolves really have to start scrambling.
Well, there is so much tradition with Enterprise softball, so many state titles that they've won with teams that probably aren't as competitive as others, but they have good coaching, they have good players, and, you know, no lead is really safe with this Enterprise team. So if you're a Bulldog fan or even a Bulldog player, I haven't seen this game, you got to keep attacking.
Yeah, you have to keep attacking. It's 7 innings. It's 7 innings, and you're right. You're playing for a state championship. It shouldn't be easy. It should be challenging. It should be a sign of overcoming adversity, and it should take all 7 innings. It's just the way it should be. So you got to keep playing hard and attacking and making plays.
And it looks like we have some catcher's gear problems, some catcher's equipment problems for the Enterprise catcher, which is Jessica Chambers, and she has not yet gotten out there to start this bottom of the 3rd inning. We appreciate our sponsors. Silver sponsors: Carl's Jr., Centricom Channel 10, Beaver Medical Clinic, Nephi Federal Credit Union, Central Valley Medical Center, Azamite, Jones & DeMille Engineering. Juab County presenting Restless Heart in concert in August at the Juab County Fair. Get your tickets now at JuabCountyFair.com. And our bronze sponsor is Beaver Valley Hospital. Our gold sponsors: Intermountain Power Service Corporation and National Vinyl Products. Let's do a quick update on the 3A state championship going on the field next to us. It's Grantsville and Union.
Yeah, and it's 5 to nothing for Grantsville.
We just heard a 3-run home run called over there by Pepper Gale, calling that game with her daughter Tavy.
Grantsville, I believe, was the prohibitive favorite coming into the tournament and has so far held up.
4-0, Bulldogs lead. Nobody out, nobody on. First batter of the inning for the Bulldogs, Michaela Edwards, the left fielder. Paige King on deck, this 3rd baseman. And Jada King, the catcher, is batting 3rd this inning. Here's the pitch from Allie Lobb. Is that Allie out there still?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe it is, yes. Turns and shows us her number. That's ball 1 on the pitch. 4-0, Bulldogs lead. Right-handed hitter steps back in. Michaela Edwards struck out back in the 1st inning for the 2nd out. Here's the delivery from Lobb as she wheels and fires. That one low for a ball, and she's had a hard time finding the early strikes in the count.
Yeah, she's part of that is this. Part of that, these foul balls coming from these other fields. You got to have your head on a swivel around here, but the patience of the Lady Bulldogs at the plate.
Here's the pitch on the way. High for ball 3, 3-0 to the Bulldog leadoff hitter, Michaela Edwards.
And I think Michaela will absolutely be taking here. Make Allie Lobb throw a strike.
Bulldogs with a 4 spot here in the bottom, of the 3rd. Waving the bat in front of the plate in the bunt form. There's a pitch, and that's going to hit the corner for a strike.
If you're the Lady Bulldogs, just trying to keep some base runners on, keep the pressure on this defense and on Allie Lobb on the mound.
Here's the pitch from Allie Lobb from the circle. Rockets and fires. Swing and a foul ball. Yeah, it looked a bit high for that swing.
Yeah, that
may have been ball 4 for Michaela Edwards, but she swung at it, fouled it off. First base side out of play.
Back to a full count situation.
Michaela Edwards steps back in, holds the bunt at her eyes, now pulls it back. Here's the pitch. That is low for a ball. That one just totally got away from Allie Lobb, and she's frustrated about that one.
That one didn't even make it the batter's box. One hopped into Chambers' glove. So a base runner on, leadoff runner on. Paige King up. She had that huge 2-out RBI single in the bottom of the 1st.
And she made that fantastic line drive catch with the bases loaded with 1 out.
Yes, she did. That was fantastic.
Here's the pitch from Allie Lobb of Enterprise. Swing and a shot to the gap. This one has the distance. It is gone! A home run! Paige King, a 2-run blast. 6-0 Bulldogs.
And of the 3 home runs, that one was the hardest hit. That one just screamed off her bat into the alley between left field and center field. That was a no-doubter. If Hot Rod Hundley were here, Mike, he'd say you could hang your wash on that frozen rope.
Don't we miss him calling that for the Jazz games? A 2-run home run by Paige King. She's 2 for 2 now with 4 RBIs.
Just a junior, like many of these young Lady Bulldogs. A lot of underclassmen.
I'm Reed Skinner. I'm an OBGYN, recently transferred here to Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. I'm excited to bring to Nephi the experience and the training that I've had in helping to take care of women through all stages of life, from low risk to high risk pregnancies or infertility, family planning, all the way to postmenopause and the management of that time frame. I also specialize in minimally invasive surgery. I'm excited to be here in Nephi and partnering with Central Valley Medical Center, providing the best possible care we can for women through all stages of life.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
We're back once again on Centricom Channel 10, the 2A state championship game. Gunnison Bulldogs taking on the Enterprise Lady Wolves, and the Bulldogs have chased Allie Lobb from the game. 3 home runs hit by the Bulldogs, one by Paige King, one by Emily Brackett, one by Hallie Biergard. 6 runs given up, Rhett, and they've gone to the relief pitcher, Kanji Bundy.
So they're going to move Kanji from third onto the mound. And here again, I think you'll see the Lady Bulldogs be very patient, force Kanji to pitch strikes. You just kind of kept thinking that all of these deep pitch counts were going to be catching up to Lobb, and then the home runs, and the brain trust of the Lady Wolves just decided it was time to make a change.
6-0 Bulldogs lead. Up to bat, Jada King. After watching her cousin or sister hit the
cousin.
Here's the pitch on the way. Swing, and that one's going to be lifted to left center field. Coming over to make the catch is the left fielder for Enterprise, Elena Ramos.
Gave it a little bit of a ride, just got under it too much. So that's the first out of the inning.
Caitlin Cherry, who struck out back in the second inning, 0 for 1 in the game, comes into bat, the center fielder from the right side, facing Kanji Bundy for the first time. Bundy with the ball on her hip, rockets and fires. That one is over for a strike.
So 2 pitches, 2 strikes.
So both the 3A and the 2A state championship games right now led by the team that hasn't lost yet, 6-0 as Grantsville leads Union. Here's the pitch. Bundy swung on. That one is popped up. Going to be caught by Bundy as she collides with her first baseman, Shaylee Reber, but hangs on to the ball for the out.
Well, you got to hand it to Kanji Bundy, coming in a pretty tough spot and inducing a couple of flyouts. One, lazy shot to left field, and then an infield fly.
Hallie Biergard comes in, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Gunnison 6, Enterprise nothing. Hallie, last time up, jacked a home run over the fence in center field. Here's the first pitch from Kanji Bundy. Swing and a miss, strike 1 for Hallie Biergard. And again, the Bulldogs, maybe these last couple of batters haven't been as patient as you've normally seen.
Right, I've been a little more aggressive.
Maybe trying to deliver the knockout punch a little early.
Could be.
Here's the pitch to Biergard. That is low for a ball. Allie Lobb chased from the game, giving up 6 runs and 3 home runs in 2.5 innings of ball. Well, I guess just 2 innings because she never got an out.
Yes, yep.
2 outs back-to-back as coming into the game is Kanji Bundy. Pitches a ball, 2 balls and a strike on Hallie Biergard with 2 outs. Here's the pitch on the way. High for ball 3.
Now it's a full count. Or is it just 1 strike? 3 balls, 1 strike. So Hallie Biergard now being back to that, taking some pitches, being patient, extending the hitting count.
Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Full count. Not trying to let her get away is Kanji Bundy. Coming in relief with nobody out here in this bottom of the third. Has gotten 2 batters. Now looking to take care of business here. There's the pitch. That is ball 4, a little high. Got away from Kanji.
It's a nice at-bat there by Hallie Biergaard. Keen vision there. Induces a 2-out walk. And there's plenty of power coming to the plate with Matty Edwards.
If anything, Rhett, that was a great at-bat by Hallie Biergaard because you bring up the number 9 hitter in this inning and lead off the next inning at worst with the leadoff hitter.
Heart of the order coming up next in the, yeah, you're correct.
Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a ground ball in the hole between first and second. Rounding second is Hallie Biergaard. She's headed for third. At the corners, the Bulldogs have runners with 2 outs in the top of the order coming up. Or you do that.
Oh, you do that. let your senior college-bound softball player, Emily Brackett,
now batting during the pitching, number
mentioned
44, Emily
playing
Brackett.
at Hayes Community College in Hayes, Kansas next fall. So can she serve up a little coup de grace here?
Last time at bat, she hit a home run. She's 1 for 2 in the game with an RBI on that home run. Now she has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
It makes you wonder whether Matty Edwards will be going to second here.
We'll see how patient Brackett is. Here's the pitch. And the runner stays. Boy, ready to gun her down was Jessica Chambers.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a hesitancy there because you don't really want to take the bat out of Emily's hand right here.
It's almost got to be a ball in the dirt or something. Here's the pitch from Kanji Bundy. That is outside for a ball. Something where the catcher can't jump up into the cat position to make the throw. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. 2-0 count to Emily Brackett of the Bulldogs. 6-0 Bulldogs lead. Enterprise trying to get out of a jam here. Runners at the corners for Gunnison. Here's the pitch swing, and there's a deep fly ball by Emily Brackett. That one, no doubt, a 3-run homer.
Oh, my gosh. The long ball. I think at about this time I probably ought to say something about our weightlifting program at Gunnison Valley High School.
Wow. Emily Brackett, boy, there was no doubt once that ball left that bat, it was gone.
Almost identical spot on the field, deep shot to left field with 2 on. And now we talk about the importance of inducing that 2-out walk by Hallie Biergaard. Madison Edwards follows it up with a strong single, and then your college-bound senior drives them all home. Touch them all, Emily, touch them all.
The Gunnison. From the left side, swings and grounds it to the shortstop. Play there, throw to first, and Emily's gone, and that'll end the, or check that, Taylor's gone, and that'll end the inning. But the Bulldogs score 4 more on a home run by, of course, 2 home runs in the inning. You had Paige King with a 2 RBI home run, and then a nice 2-run blast by Emily Brackett. Bulldogs lead 9-0. We'll head to the top of the 4th with Enterprise bringing up to the plate Elena Ramos, DeKel Jones, and Tamori Phelps when we come back.
Azomite Mineral Products in Nephi is using a unique deposit to create fertilizers and as a feed ingredient for customers all over the world. Their Feed Grit product, used as a feed ingredient for livestock, is gaining popularity because research has indicated its potential to improve overall animal health. Azomite can be found at your IFA Country Store, Steve Regan stores, or on their website at azomite.com. For more information, visit them on Facebook, Twitter, or the web. Azomite is excited to be part of the Nephi community and supports UAB High School athletics.
High-speed Wi-Fi. Not quite as important as running water in your home, but close. Centricom powers your Wi-Fi network with consistent speeds to keep all your gadgets going strong. Streaming video players, laptops, tablets, even smartphones, so you're never stuck with those big cell data charges. And talk about value. Just pick your speed and keep the Wi-Fi flowing in your home at a great low price. Upgrade your internet today. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Back once again. Here's the first pitch from Emily Brackett. Fouled back out of play behind the backstop. 9-0 Gunnison Bulldogs lead the Enterprise Wolves here in the top of the 4th inning. Emily Brackett with a crushing 2-run home run.
Actually, I think that was a 3-run.
Was that a 3-run?
Runners at the corners.
You're right. I can't read my own writing here as I'm writing notes.
Biergaard and Edwards were on.
My 3 looks like a 2. And then a 2-run blast by Paige King in that inning. There's a swing and a ground ball past the third baseman, Paige King, for a base hit. Leadoff hitter is on, Elena Ramos for Enterprise.
Miss Ramos with a nice, strong single through the
plays second base, number 21.
Deep hole between third and short. Get their leadoff runner on.
9-0 Bulldogs on top, scoring 5 runs in the third inning to blow this one open. Emily Brackett in the circle. Now we have a discussion here. We have a speed-up runner, I believe, or something of that nature. Maybe they're pinch hitting. Nine-zip Bulldogs with the lead. We have number 21 batting now. That's DeKel Jones. She's the scheduled hitter. Special thanks to our gold sponsors, Intermountain Power Service Corporation, National Vinyl Products. And Rhett, talk about the special relationship and special season this is for Tyson Brackett, the head coach.
You know, Tyson's been building this program, and they've been knocking on the door. They made it to the Final Four last year, back when a lot of the 3A schools were still 2A. And so this program has been on the rise. They've been habitually making it to the state tournament, but the reclassification has, opened the door for both of these squads, and they're making the most of it. But Tyson's done a great job since moving into the Gunnison Valley, and just really lit a spark for softball with these young ladies, and they perform well.
And he's got 2 daughters on the team, too.
2 daughters on the team, and they have certainly put their imprint on this game.
And now we have a 1-2 count on the next batter for Enterprise. That is DeKel Jones. She grounded out to the third baseman her first time up in the second inning. Here's the pitch from Emily Brackett. Runner at first with one out. Nobody out, excuse me. That ball is fouled by DeKel Jones.
And there's such a strong tradition for baseball and softball in the Gunnison Valley already, and so it's just a natural fit, and these young ladies have really made us proud so far today. Let's see if they can bring it on home.
9-0 they lead. Runner at first, nobody out. Brackett pitches, swing, and fouling it back, staying alive. Nice at bat here for DeKel Jones. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Gunnison has some athletes at the state track and field today and tomorrow, too.
They do, and congratulations to Jade Wimmer. She won the 2A 400 meter earlier today with a time of 58.85, so did a great job.
Here's the pitch, swung on, ground ball back to Emily Brackett. She'll go to first, didn't get it in time to throw to second, gets the tail runner, and 1 out in the inning with a runner at second for Enterprise. I said today and tomorrow, I meant yesterday and today, that state tournament going on. And such a late night last night, getting home at 1 a.m. after the 11:30 ending of the Manti softball game. I've kind of lost my bearing on where we're at.
Burned the midnight oil.
Yes, sir. So 1 out for the Enterprise Wolves. Runner at second base.
Number 3.
Dallin Draper took the 3A 100 meter fine sprinter from Delta, 10.53 today.
Tamori Phelps at the plate. And that's going to be a strike over the plate for Emily Brackett. Now, was that close to a state record or not
the
quite?
State record is 10.48, so just a 0.05 of a second off.
Emily Brackett in the circle for the Gunnison Lady Bulldogs. Her team up 9-0, but Enterprise threatening with a runner at second in Elena Ramos. Here's the pitch. Swung on, a deep shot. That's going to be caught by the center fielder, though, as it dies. And a great play that time by Caitlin Cherry.
Cherry just ranged a little bit to her to her left, and then just got her feet set, made a nice sure-handed catch.
So Elena Ramos stays at second. Shaylee Reber is up to plate. Reber or Reber?
Reber.
Is it Reber? Here's the pitch to Reber, and that's outside for a ball from Emily Brackett.
Southern Utah name, Washington County name.
Runner at second base is Ramos with 2 outs in the inning for the Wolves. Emily Brackett in the circle, rocks and fires, swing, and a lifted ball to left field, trying to get to it in foul territory. Did she make the catch? No.
It went on out of play, I believe.
We're blocked by the tree and the awning for the stands here. Anything in that corner or in the right field corner, we don't have a prayer. We just watch the umpire.
Yeah.
Now the umpire will come back and get some more balls. Interested to know, Rhett, maybe your insight into Gunnison athletics. Emily Brackett, is she going to Hayes as a pitcher or more of a
fielder?
Hitter.
Outfielder.
Outfielder.
Yep. So this would be a great way to cap her high school career. She's been one of the best players throughout her high school career at our high school, and going on to bigger and better things here. Hopefully she can cap it off here.
Here's the pitch. That one's high for a ball, way out of the strike zone to the batter, Shaylee Reber. On deck is Avery Staley. She struck out last time. Shaylee hit the ball well. She's the one who lined out to Paige King. There's a swing and pops it up. Diving for it is the catcher, Jada King. She almost got to it, but it falls, I would say, incomplete.
Great effort.
Wasn't able to make it. She seemed to stumble just a little bit. Had she gotten her legs under her a little bit, I think she might have caught that.
Yeah, just couldn't quite get a good enough lunge, but great effort. 2-2. I was going to say 2-2 the count.
2 outs here in the inning. Runner at second base. Enterprise trying to get their first run across with a base hit. Shaylee Reber looks at the changeup, high for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. First base is open.
And I don't think you give in here. I mean, you're up. You got a big lead. Base open. See if you can paint the corner, but don't. I wouldn't give anything down the middle.
Here's the Brackett pitch. Swing and a line shot over the third baseman's head for a base hit. Runner will come around and stop at third. So runners at the corners for Enterprise with 2 outs is a nice at-bat for Shaylee Reber.
Took that one to a full count and then just lifted it over Paige King's outstretched glove and found a little bit of safe space to get a single.
Avery Staley will come to the plate. She struck out back in the second inning. 9-0 Bulldogs lead over the Enterprise Wolves. Intermountain Power Service Corporation, National Vinyl Products are gold sponsors of this broadcast. We have a shoe tying incident taking place at third base for Elena Ramos. She's got it tied, and we're ready to go. The umpire is still talking to the first base coach. We have a player substitution. I don't think so.
So Avery Staley, runners at the corners. Chance to get Enterprise on the board here. And if you're Emily Brackett, you'd like nothing better than induce a pop out or a strikeout here. Get out of this inning.
Here's the pitch from Brackett. Swing and a ground ball to the first baseman. That's foul. Bulldogs were hoping that would stay fair as Hallie Biergard grabbed it and touched the bag.
Just barely foul.
It was the right call as the umpire is right on the line. Runners at the corners for Enterprise.
As a matter of fact, I don't think it was ever fair. You know, I think it stayed down the right side of that line the whole time.
Well, Enterprise not allowing the runner at first to try for second. There's a swing and a foul ball back to the screen for strike 2. So quickly in an 0-2 hole for Avery Staley without allowing the runner to try to get down to second. That's not like Enterprise ball.
Yeah, it's they have no reason why not to be aggressive here. See if Emily comes with a changeup, trying to get a strikeout.
Struck her out last time. Here's the pitch. That is just high for ball 1.
That one had some giddy up on it. You heard Jada King's mitt slap clear up here.
Elena Ramos at third after a leadoff single. At first is Shayla Reber. And at the plate, Avery Staley with a 1-2 count coming. Swing, and she lifts it to right field for a base hit. Enterprise on the board. The ball gets past Matty Edwards. Another run will come around and score. Coming in is Reber, and the throw to third not in time. 2 runs come in on the Enterprise hit.
So a nice 2-out RBI there. Triple.
By the number 9 hitter. And Enterprise trailing 9-2 now. And now coming up, the top of the order. Kanji Bundy will be in there with 2 outs with a runner at third base to cut this lead down to 6. Enterprise doesn't need to get it all here in this inning, but they like to chip away at it. There's a swing and a ground ball to the third baseman. King picks it up, fires to first. Biergard squeezes and stretches for the out, and the Bulldogs out of the inning, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
You ever look up at the stars and wonder, how do they pack all that taste into these charbroiled sliders that start for just $1? Magic. Charbroiled sliders starting at just $1. Only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
If you got $5, you could get 9.96 inches of sandwich. Woo! Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, dog, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Welcome back once again to the 2A state championship game between Gunnison and Enterprise. Gunnison leading Enterprise right now by a score of 9-2. And coming up for the Bulldogs this inning, Kesley Wynn, Michaela Edwards, and Paige King. And wow, what an onslaught by the Gunnison Bulldogs. 3 home runs in this softball game. They have 4 home runs in this game, and they really ripped the game open. Enterprise chipping away in that last inning.
It was a good half inning there for the Lady Wolves to get on the board. Came up with a 2-out, 2 RBI triple. Gunnison able to get that ground ball out. Paige King making a nice play to end the damage. So now it's back to work with the bats, which the Lady Bulldogs have really been swinging the bats, and they've been heavy bats today.
Here's the first batter from the right side, Kesley Wynn. Kanji Bundy in relief of Allie Lobb, who gave up 6 runs in her first 3 innings. Here's the pitch, her first 2 innings. And then giving up 3 is the relief pitcher, Kanji Bundy. First pitch in there for a ball. Looking at her wrist, taking her time and stepping on the rubber is Bundy. She rocks and fires. That one is on the outside corner for a called strike.
1-1 the count.
So will the Bulldogs fire up the fire truck for the?
They will.
The track runner.
Yep.
If the Bulldogs softball team didn't win the championship,
well, we've got contingency plans here, Michael.
All right.
Softball, if they can pull it off, fire truck tonight. Then we'll do fire truck G-Day, school assembly for Jade Wimmer.
All right.
We've got it figured.
Okay.
Hopefully we get a fire truck ride tonight.
Well, 9-2, the Bulldogs on their way, but they've got a lot of business to take care of here against a very stingy and tradition-laden Enterprise team. 3-1 is the count, as that is a ball high on Kesley Wynn.
More patience here by the Lady Bulldogs hitters. They just force you to throw good pitches, and then they've been hitting them.
Here's the pitch from Kanji Bundy, and that is over for a strike. Probably not the pitch Kesley wanted to swing at.
Yeah, that's you have one to burn there, and Kanji made a good play there at the outside corner.
Here's the 3-2 count. Coming to Kesley Wynn, the right-handed hitter, with nobody out, nobody on. There's the pitch high for ball 4. Now we have one on with a walk.
Great at-bat by Kesley Wynn. Just the modus operandi of these young Lady Bulldogs. They're very patient, force you to bring something right into their hitting zone. Leadoff runner on.
Michaela Edwards 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the first inning. She walked and scored in the third. She was part of that 2-run homer by Paige King. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That one is lifted to the gap in right center field. It's going to be down.
That's a home run.
It's over the fence for a home run. It carried over the wall, Red. Can you believe it?
You knew it had giddy up on it, but you just didn't know if it was going to hit and bounce over or hit the netting, and it just climbed and hit the tent in the gap between center field and right field, and the long ball continues. It's artillery dressed in blue and white.
Wow, Michaela Edwards with a 2-run home run. I thought for sure from my angle that was going to bounce into the fence, but somehow it just carried over the fence, and it's 11-2 Bulldogs. Wow, what an onslaught, as you mentioned, Rhett. tackling good, and now answering back a 2-run blast by Michaela Edwards.
Yeah, and there again, inducing walks to get base runners and then giving hitters RBI opportunities. And the Lady Bulldogs are just taking advantage of them.
Well, and here's the danger for the Wolves. If the Bulldogs get another run in this inning, they only have 3 outs to get another run.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, it's the 10-run rule. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt for a ball to Kanji Bundy. And the relief pitcher has given up 3 home runs. The starter gave up 4, was it? Or 2?
Yeah, I mean, you think of the situation here. If Gunnison can push one more across, then the top half of the 5th is do or die for the Lady Wolves.
There's the pitch swung on, and a line shot to center field for a base hit. Boy, the Bulldogs keep stroking the ball, and Paige King is on with a single.
Still nobody out.
Paige King is 3 for 3 with a home run and 4 RBIs.
Wow. And the great catch early in the game to silence a Lady Wolf threatening half of the inning.
And that was more critical than you think. That was bases loaded with 1 out.
Bases loaded, yeah, that would have very easily would have scored 2 and perhaps cleared them.
Nobody out here in the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch to the Gunnison Bulldog batter, Jada King. Jada's 0 for 2. Flew out to the center fielder, or left fielder, and then popped out to the shortstop. Paige King at first with a single. Following up the 2-run Michaela Edwards home run. 11-2 Gunnison in the state championship game. Here's the pitch, swung on. That one is lifted to center field. Could be trouble. It's going to bounce in for a base hit. Not going to second and thrown out at second is going to be Paige King.
That was a tough spot for Paige because if you don't tag, if you overcommit, then you can get doubled off. So just kind of a tough spot there. Heads up play by the Enterprise. They didn't give up on it once it wasn't caught. They made the throw to get the lead runner at second. So just the first out.
1 out in the inning, and runner at first is Jada King. Usually take off halfway on those, so they only have halfway to go.
Yeah.
She stayed at first base and had the full 60 feet to go, and she was thrown out.
Yeah, it probably should have come a little bit further down the line.
1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. 11-2 Bulldogs lead. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that one is lifted to right field, but sailing foul out of play. The batter is Caitlin Cherry. She is 0 for 2 in the game. Popped out to the pitcher in the 3rd, struck out in the 2nd. Allie Biergard is on deck. She has a home run, scored twice, 1 for 1 on the day. Caitlin Cherry, the right-handed batter, looks at the pitch, swings, and a ground ball to the shortstop, fielded there. Throw to second is in time for the out. Not to first, though, as beating the throw is going to be Caitlin Cherry reaching on a fielder's choice. So the Bulldogs were looking to get that extra run to possibly send the Enterprise Wolves home to St. George area early. The 10-run rule run is at first base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Allie Biergard at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing, and she lifts that one to right field, and that's going to sail out. And again, the Bulldog batters not being patient here in the bottom of the lineup. Oh, 0-1 count to Allie Biergard. The Enterprise pitcher, Kanji Bundy. In the circle, rocks and fires. Low for a ball. Well, you're not going to argue with the way Halle Berry has performed in this game. She has a home run and a walk and scored. So
yeah, she's seen the ball pretty good. Done a good job at first base as well.
Here's the pitch by Kanji Bundy of Enterprise. Rocks and fires. Swing and a ground ball in the hole between 3rd and short. Bulldogs with 1st and 2nd. 10-run rule run at second base, and now up to bat for the Bulldogs, Matty Edwards.
Wow, RBI opportunity here. Matty has hit the ball pretty well this game.
Number 16, Matty Edwards.
See if she can duplicate what her sister just did. Ride one on out of here.
Caitlin Cherry at second, Halle Biergard at first. And now at the plate, as you mentioned, Matty Edwards. She's 1 for 2 in the game with a single and a run scored in the 3rd inning. On the rubber now is Kanji Bundy, ready for the first pitch. Here it comes to Edwards. Outside, ball one.
The other thing about it is, you know, on 2 outs, any contact, everybody's running. So the runners will have a jump. If you can get this through the infield, good opportunity to score that 12th run, get it to the 10-run lead.
Looking at her wrist is Kanji Bundy, steps on the rubber in the circle. Windmill motion and fires, swing, and that one's lifted to right field. This is trouble, this could get down. It is a base hit, coming around to score. And in, 12-2, Bulldogs lead is coming in, is Caitlin Cherry.
And just like that, another 2-out rally. And now the lady of the hour, Emily Brackett. And I think really an opportunity to start drilling screws in the coffin.
The number 8 and number 9 hitters for the Gunnison Bulldogs are a combined 4 for 5.
Man, you get that from the bottom of your lineup. You know your girls are really seeing the ball well, and that's the sign of a really good team from top to bottom.
Well, 4 for 5 with 3 runs scored and a home run. Here's the pitch, runners at the corners. There's a shot to the gap in center field, getting over, making the catch on a fantastic play. Ronnie Robinson finally ends the inning.
That ball was roped too, but that time Robinson was able to get on her pony and run it down in the alley. So 12-2, Lady Wolves, they've got to get a run across or this game's over.
And that was Emily Brackett that drilled that shot that was caught by Ronnie Robinson. But that ends the inning. The Gunnison Bulldogs get 3 runs in the inning. They're up 12-2 over the Enterprise Wolves. Top of the 5th inning coming up for Enterprise. They're down to their final 3 outs. They need a run to keep their season going. Allie Lobb, Kendi Christensen, Ronnie Robinson up to bat when we come back here on Centricom Channel 10.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. B. Noel Robinson, Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, physician's assistants Reagan Fales, Travis Hicks, and Kenneth Hussey, and nurse practitioners Robin Horton, Lindsay Cheney, Rebecca Rasmussen, and Wade Hollingshead. The Beaver Medical Clinic offers affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
Coming to the Juab County Fairgrounds this August is country group Restless Heart in concert. Get tickets now at juabcountyfair.com. Get advance tickets now for Restless Heart in concert at the Juab County Fairgrounds at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, August 9th. Floor seating is just $30. Reserve seating $20. Get your tickets now at juabcountyfair.com. Don't miss Restless Heart in concert August 9th in Nephi, Utah. Get tickets at juabcountyfair.com.
Playing shortstop, number 25, Allie Rook.
We're back on Centricom Channel 10. The Gunnison Bulldogs 3 outs away from their very first state softball title and the first girls title in 39 years. What was that title, Rhett?
I believe that was a girls basketball title.
39 years ago, but the first in softball. Emily Brackett needs 3 outs. Here's the first pitch, swung on, ground ball to Taylor Brackett. Fields the ball, throw to first. Biergard with the grab, 1 out.
That basketball title, Mike. Just a little bit of trivia there. That was the back. That was the back end of a three-peat that the Lady Bulldogs had in the late 70s. So went back to back to back in girls basketball in 1A.
Wow. 12-2 Bulldogs lead. Enterprise down to their last 2 outs. Kendi Christensen, who has a single and struck out back in the first, is 1 for 2. Emily Brackett fires. That one's going to be high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Bulldogs on the verge of firing up the fire engine back in Gunnison for this state softball team. If they can get the 2 outs.
They forced me to make my most favorite phone call of the year to Colonial Flag.
There's a pop out, caught by the second baseman of the Bulldogs, Kesley Wynn, and the Bulldogs Red are 1 out away from their first state title.
All right, so Ronnie Robinson,
number 11.
Final hope here for Enterprise, trying to get a run across. Emily Brackett trying to close the door. Let's do it in style, Emily.
Ronnie Robinson, who made that great catch on Emily Brackett in center field there to end the last inning. Emily Brackett fires her first pitch, and they're swinging a ground ball to Taylor Brackett. Fields it, throw to first. Bulldogs are champs! The Bulldogs have won the 2A state softball title, 12-2 over Enterprise, leaving no doubts in who the best team in the state is.
Well, you're right. They just they came through and did not lose a game and made the plays they had to. Congratulations to Tyson Brackett, his staff, Coach Hunt, Coach Braley Jackson, and all of the people involved that support these young ladies, their parents. Best wishes and congratulations to the Lady Bulldogs. What a great run through the tournament and all year long. Champions of 2A.
Well, in a very fantastic defensive game they played, but talk about the offense in this game. 4 or 5 home runs.
Yeah, I mean, they just they drove the ball from the bottom of the lineup through the top of the lineup, the middle of the lineup. They got 2 out walks, got runners on, and then people hit long balls. RBI opportunities were had throughout the lineup, and they drilled them home.
5 home runs in the game. Emily Brackett hit 2 of those, the college-bound player. He also had a home run from Matty Edwards. He had a home run from Hallie Biergaard and a home run from Paige King as the Gunnison Bulldogs gloves are strewn out over the circle there at the pitcher's rubber, and now they're shaking hands with the Enterprise Wolves. What a victory for the Lady Bulldogs. Boy, you thought Enterprise may have gotten back into it with those 2 runs in the top of the 4th inning, but the Bulldogs leaving no doubt in the bottom half.
Now, the Lady Bulldogs had an answer. At every junction, you know, the one big threatening half inning that Enterprise had, they shut it down with a nice catch by Paige King, and then the nice strikeout that Emily got to end the inning. And then all of the 2-out rallies that were forced. They forced the pitchers into long hitting counts, drew walks, and then people hit long balls and brought them home. It was a fantastic way to cap a fantastic season. Lady Bulldogs, state 2A champions.
What a job by Tyson Brackett, as you mentioned, bringing in a changed atmosphere for the softball program and really building this program into what it is, being competitive for the last few seasons. Never able to get over the top, but this season was the season he got over the top.
Yep, and they would come to the tournament every year, and even with when the Mantis and the Grands and the South Seviers were still playing 2A, they made it to the Final Four last year. With all of these kids, only graduated one senior last year, and these girls made their minds up and set high goals. And with the way the 2A classification was set up with reclassification, you just knew they had a chance, and boy, did they ever take advantage of the opportunity. They played their best game at the best time, and that's what champions do.
Well, the first state title in softball history for the Gunnison Lady Bulldogs. You saw it live here on Centricom Channel 10 and Local10.tv. Boy, what a job. That trophy that they're going to get awarded here in just a few minutes is going to be in that trophy case. And boy, what a memory for these young ladies as they look at that trophy over the next number of years. And, hopefully it's not the last one for this softball program, but this is going to be a special one.
Yeah, whenever you put a trophy in the case, no one can ever take it away from you. It's a lifelong bond that you've created. And, when you come back, these young ladies will become wives and mothers and successful in their lives, and they can always come back to the hallowed halls of Gunnison Valley High School and show their kids, hey, that's my trophy. And, you can never have that taken away. So that's a fantastic accomplishment. And, man, did they do it in style.
Enterprise Lady Wolves accepting the second-place trophy here at the state tournament. Now the Gunnison Bulldogs softball team is huddled around home plate.
And, I think it's even more special because you think about there's 2 sets of sisters, there's 2 sets of cousins, and they're all, friends, but there's a lot of just close ties that go into these small communities and the opportunities that these extracurricular activities come, and this means a lot to a lot of people in Gunnison Valley.
Gunnison ladies accepting the first-place trophy at home plate. Everyone's got a hand on the trophy with their arms in the air as they accept the
quarterfinal contest to put Enterprise into the one-loss bracket, and then took care of Beaver, able to drive home and get back to their own homes and sleep in their own beds and get back at a decent time. And you knew they were fresh and ready to go, and boy, did they really swing the bats well. They drove a lot of balls into the alleys. They rode 5 home runs, I believe you said, out of this ballpark. And it was all through the lineup, man. It just wasn't 1 or 2 players. It was the bottom third. It was the middle third. It was the top of the order. And then Emily Brackett, a young lady who, like we've mentioned, is going to be playing some college softball next fall, just did what you kind of expected a 4-year starter to do, and caps her high school career in absolute championship style.
And now taking the pictures with the trophy, of course, as you see our live pictures here on Channel 10. Taylor Thompson doing that for us. And, boy, just what a jubilee feeling. I'm sure they'll have a team dinner or team lunch
Well,
after
from what
this.
I understand, they all wanted to go to In-N-Out Burger. So, hey, French fries and peanut oil, you can't beat that, can you?
You can't.
The rest of us will hustle home and fire up the old fire trucks, and it'll be a fun evening, late spring evening in Gunnison Valley High School. You know, these young ladies from both schools, you know, you represent your families and your communities, and it just means a lot as in these 1A, 2A classifications. It's sheer joy, and like I say, lots of siblings and cousins, and to see a lot of the townspeople have come up the freeway to support them. It's just it's a wonderful day.
Well, the Bulldogs get the big victory, and any time frame on that as you're making those calls for fans who may be watching?
Yeah, I would imagine that, let me look at what timer we got right now. I'd imagine by the time that they wrap up here, I would say probably around 5:30 or 6, they'll be rolling in, coming off Gunnison Hill into the valley. And beautiful time of the year in Gunnison Valley. All the fields are green, and see that fire truck come with these young ladies in their blue. It's going to be a lot of fun. Nice evening.
Well, just to give you a couple of stat lines from the hitting side for the Gunnison Lady Bulldogs, just a couple quick stat lines. You had Emily Brackett 2 for 4 with 2 home runs, and of course one of those home runs was a 3 RBI, so she ended up with 4 RBIs on the day. So 2 for 4, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs for Emily Brackett. Then you had Paige King 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs and a home run. Hallie Biergard 2 for 2 with a home run and 2 runs scored. And Matty Edwards, the number 9 hitter, 2 for 2 with a run scored. Just a fantastic showing by those players. And you had sprinkled in 1 for 3s, 2 for 3s elsewhere.
And how many base on balls were drawn out? You know, we talked about how patient these young ladies were, and they forced pitchers into deep counts and get base runners. And then they capitalized when they'd get those base runners with extra base hits and those 5 home runs, and I believe
5 walks too.
5 walks. So you pair 5 walks, 5 home runs. Most of those home runs had runners on. I think there was only 3 or 4 of those had multiple runners on for multiple RBIs. But just a great job, and you know, leave no doubt. 12-2. There's no excuses. Nobody can say anything about it other than the Bulldogs were the champions.
Well, in the early part of the ball game, we mentioned the adversity the Bulldogs had to overcome. The bases ended up being loaded on a pickoff at third base, throw from the catcher. Jada King looked like she may have been back, but they called her out, and then they reversed the call. Then you had a strikeout, and Ramos takes off for first base, and they ruled that Jada King bobbled the ball, and it's free base, strikeout, but she got first. It loaded the bases. The Bulldogs could have folded up there.
But got frustrated, and
But what did they do?
Get a line out to Paige, and then a strikeout by Emily, and that was the closest Enterprise got.
So overcoming the adversity early and coming through in a dominating fashion, 12-2 over the Enterprise Wolves. The Gunnison Bulldogs are 2018 state champions. We appreciate you joining us for our coverage here on Centricom Channel 10. A special thanks to our sponsors, our gold sponsors, Intermountain Power Service Corporation, National Vinyl Products, our silver sponsors, Carl's Jr., Centricom Channel 10, Beaver Medical Clinic, Nephi Federal Credit Union, Central Valley Medical Center, Azamite, Jones & DeMille Engineering, and Juab County presenting Restless Heart in concert this August during the Juab County Fair. To get your tickets now, juabcountyfair.com. And our bronze sponsor, Beaver Valley Hospital. That's going to wrap up our broadcast. Any final words, Rhett?
Well, just once again, congratulations. A lot of effort goes in behind the scenes. Congratulations to the student athletes, their parents, their families that support them, Coach Brackett and his staff, and most of all to these young ladies. They earned this championship. They were the best team here, and they made it stand up with 12-2. There's just a no doubt about them this year, and congratulations to them. And best of luck to Emily Brackett, senior. She'll be going on to bigger and better things, but thank you for all her efforts. And, hey, don't be surprised if the Lady Bulldogs aren't right back here against these Lady Enterprise Wolves. A lot of juniors and sophomores on both teams, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. Table set for a nice, healthy rivalry. But today belongs to the Lady Bulldogs.
All right, well, special thanks to Taylor Thompson and Barrett Hilton, our producers, and, of course, Rhett Jackson. I'm Mike Trena. Your final score again, the Gunnison Lady Bulldogs, your 2018 2A state softball champions, with a 12-2 victory over Enterprise in the state final. Thanks for joining us here on Centricom Channel 10.